Okay, let's get started. My name is Yingying Chen. You can also call me Jennifer. I'm the Program Director of Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, and the previous Program Director was Dr. Zoran Gadget. And I think some of you during your application process, you must have interactions with him. Zoran has done an excellent job as a Program Director, and he has been on the graduate program director position for more than 10 years in the ECE Department, and he has established a solid foundation for the both master's and also PhD program in our department. So now I take the position as the program director, but from time to time I still consult with him for the questions or for the problems that we encounter in our department. So going forward, when you have questions and when you start your PhD study here, you can talk to me and also email me. And because of, unfortunately, we have this unusual situation right now, so everything becomes online. Because in the previous years, what we have is that you will usually have the graduate student orientation face-to-face, and we have hold this in the auditorium. And now we have to do all of this online, and I hope to go over all the information with you. And if you have any questions after this, feel free to send me email. And also during the whole academic year, I'm available here, so you can talk to me and email me about your questions. And when I will go through the graduate student handbook first for the PhD degree requirement. So I will share my screen in a minute. And for you, if you have any questions, you can type in the chat and raise your questions, okay, during my presentation and orientation tonight. So next, let me share my screen. Okay, so now you should be able to see two files. Okay, one is graduate student handbook that is on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side is the course requirements that I'll go through with some sample courses that for you as an example as the new student for both fall semester and the spring semester. So welcome. Okay, first welcome to join the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, and I'm just excited as you to join our department, and I think your advisors are also very happy that you joined our department. And if for some of you, if you haven't chosen your advisor, I hope after 1 year study here in our PhD program, you can decide on your research interest and choose your advisor. Okay, so if we look at the graduate handbook, okay, currently I use the January version that we sent it to you as well, and we actually have an updated version, which is for July's version. Okay, so let's go over the PhD degree requirements first. Okay, so usually, okay, PhD study should be around 5 years. For some excellent students, okay, they can expedite their study and graduate in 4 years, okay, if you completed your coursework in time or ahead of time and performed excellent research with publications. You can discuss with your advisor that you would like to graduate in 4 years. And also for some students, if you encounter some difficulty during your study, you think 5 years might not be enough, so you do 6 years or 7 years. That is also possible, given that your advisor approves that. So the average time of PhD study is about 5 years. Okay, and for some special cases, it may extend to more than 7 years. In that case, usually the graduate school, we call it SGS, will request the information from you and your advisor to provide explanation why you need to complete your PhD study for more than 7 years. So the PhD degree, requires a total of at least 72 credits. And among those, 36 credits are for the graduate course, and 24 credits are related to research. So this is related, to your publications, to research publications, and preparation for your PhD dissertation. And for a lot of times, your PhD dissertation is very related to the research, to the publication that you're doing. And then the remaining 12 credits, that could come from either your coursework or your research. So you have the flexibility to decide what you would like to do with the 12 credits. And also, for each PhD student, you're required to take 4 semesters of colloquium course. We call it 699, Colloquium in Electrical and Computer Engineering. So this course is a seminar course. So you have a grading of satisfactory or non-satisfactory. So what we do is that when you after you register, for the colloquium course, usually the colloquium, for each semester, we have visitors come to visit in our department, either from other universities, faculties from other universities, or researchers from industry. They give their research talk, a research seminar, and we broadcast this information to you, and you participate them. And usually for each semester, if you register for the 699 course, you need to attend 80% of the lectures in order to obtain a grade of satisfactory. And usually we go to our department auditorium to listen to the seminar. But now, because we change everything as virtual teaching, so this colloquium will also be offered online for the coming semester. And hopefully, after this semester, things can get back to normal and you can go back to the campus to resume regular study. And a major hurdle of the PhD study is the PhD qualifying exam. So the PhD qualifying exam, usually, we like you to take it within the first 2 years of entering the PhD program. But of course, if you need longer time to prepare for your PhD qualifying exam, that is also fine. So for the PhD qualifying exam, currently, what we have is that you need to start with the courses. So there are 2 parts. 2 parts of the qualifying exam. So I'm going to go over that, and this is tightly coupled with your 36 credits in your graduate coursework. And the second part is your research paper presentation. So let's go over that part. So I just want to check if there are any questions. So we're good. So what we have, so for the PhD qualifying exam, we need you, to complete, 5 courses. These 5 courses, 4 of them, we call them as doctoral core courses. So you need to complete 4 courses as core courses with a GPA of at least 3.75. And then you choose 1 course, from mathematics department, physics, or statistics department. So this course will mainly for evaluate your analytical abilities. And you will ask, for these 4 core courses, what are these 4 core courses? So we're going to take a look next. So once you become a PhD student, okay, we need you to choose a specialization, or we say concentration. So what you're going to do is that you're going to study 4 courses, core courses from this your concentration. Okay, currently we have 9. We have 9 concentration areas. Okay, then you choose one as your PhD study concentration. Okay? And then, okay, the second part of the qualifying exam, in addition to the course, is that you need to schedule an oral exam. And this oral exam is tightly coupled with the research that you're doing with your advisor. So students usually apply for qualifying exam is that they either have published one paper already or they have one paper draft. They're going to submit it to a conference or to a journal. So during your PhD qualifying exam, oral exam, you're going to present that paper. And the purpose is that to let the committee members understand your ability of doing research. Because overall, okay, PhD is different from master's degree. Okay, PhD is that we evaluate students' ability to conduct research and to do deep analysis and to do extensive study in your research topic. Okay, so if we look at some of the general rules, okay, we actually have revised this. If you have a copy of the July's version of handbook, it already has been reflected. So I use the January versions because some of the students, I think they said they only have the January version. Okay, but for the July version of graduate handbook, okay, we talked about is that we actually simplify the case. Okay, previously we need 4 faculty members in your qualifying exam committee. And now, okay, we only need 2 faculty members, okay, except, okay, your advisor is not going to be in the qualifying committee, but you need to choose other 2 graduate faculties in your program committee. Those could be the faculties that you've taken courses from, you're familiar with them, okay, and okay, and both this faculties, okay, will go to your oral exam that you present your paper for about 45 minutes, and they ask questions 10 to 15 minutes. So within 1 hour, they are going to make the decision, okay? And we need both of them, okay? We need both of them to say yes, okay? And then I'm going to approve your case, okay, for your qualifying exam. So when you apply for the second part of the qualifying exam, it should be under the condition that you have already completed 4 core courses and 1 outside department course. That's a math, statistics, or physics course. That part should already be done. And you should have a good GPA standing of that, okay, above 3.75. Then you can apply for the second part for the qualified oral exam. Okay, and for the exam application scheduling policy. So this is also updated here. Okay, we have a graduate program coordinator, Christy Lafferty. She's extremely helpful. So for many things, you can go to her, okay, and she will help you. She will help you to set up the exam, okay, basically polling the available time, okay, basically polling available time from the faculties, okay, and many other things, okay, she could help you, okay, especially like for the letters that you need my signature, she can always help you on that. Okay. And in the new semester, okay, I'm also going to have office hours, and right now my office hour, it is I think my office hour is on Thursday afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. right now. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So, and then, Okay, we talk about now we have a change for the qualified exam for the scheduling is that because it's very hard, okay, for us to find the consensus on the time slot of faculties. So now what we do is that for the summertime, you can schedule a PhD qualified exam anytime. That includes June, July, and August, 3 months. Okay, while for the regular semesters, for the spring semester, okay, the last 2 weeks of March, you can schedule the qualified exam. And for the full semester, last 2 weeks of October, you can schedule a qualified exam. So if you like to plan for a qualified exam, make sure that you send your information 1 month ahead of time to Christy and myself. And we're going to go over the materials and approve your case. Okay, I said 1 month is because if you can send information much earlier to me, okay, I can make sure that, okay, you have all the materials ready, so you have ample time to talk to the faculties. You have ample time to talk to the faculties and then to work on that. Okay, and sometimes it takes a couple of rounds to get all the materials ready. Okay, and also to approve your the courses that you have taken. Okay. So now, okay, let's go over the course requirement. Let's see if I have any questions. I think I'm good so far. So for the course requirements, okay, as I mentioned, okay, there are 9 specialization areas or concentration, we say, that you can choose from. So you only choose 1 concentration. And if you look at the right-hand side, okay, if you look at for the right-hand side, yeah, I think the right-hand side actually is the right-hand document is the same as the left-hand side document. The part that I added, which are not in the graduate student handbook, okay, is the sample that you can do, okay, for the coming semester and next semester. So usually, okay, to maintain a full-time study, you need to take 9 credits. You need to take 9 credits each semester. And when you're approaching, you're going to graduate. At that time, you can take less than 9 credits. And at that time, you can apply for course reduction. Okay. And for some students, if you're a part-time PhD student, you do not have to maintain full-time student status. So you do not have to take 9 credits a semester. You can take 3 credits or 6 credits. Okay, and also I do not recommend, although okay, you need to maintain a full-time student status, that I ask you to take 9 credits per semester, but I do not recommend you to take 3 core courses per semester, because usually these core courses are heavier than the other courses. Okay, the course loads, they're heavier than the other courses. So it would be good, okay, it would be good that you only take 1 or 2 core courses per semester, okay, to help you to complete your course requirements. Okay, so we look at this 9 concentration area. Okay, the first one is communications. And for each area, okay, I list some of the faculty members' name there. So, but we're not limited to these faculties, because nowadays, okay, many faculties, they're doing interdisciplinary research. So their research areas are actually overlapping with each other. And also, okay, for each area, okay, you can look at the faculty's webpage, which are posted from our department homepage, or you can just Google faculty's name. You will find their homepage, and on each faculty's homepage, you will find their research interests, their active research projects, and their current students. So based on those information, okay, I believe you'll be able to identify your research needs and your your research interests if you haven't chosen an advisor yet. Okay, so let's go over this 9 concentration area. Okay, communications. Okay, so it listed core courses. Okay, and also the possible mathematics and statistics courses. So I give you a sample here. Okay, I hope everybody could see the sample. So I give you a sample here. Okay, so with this sample, okay, you can see what courses are being offered for the fall semester and what being offered for the spring semester. So I usually provide my advice just for the first year course selection, because I believe that after first year, you get more familiar with the course setup in the department, and also you have made many friends and classmates here. You have no classmates here. So starting from second year, you have more flexibility, and I believe you have more confidence, okay, to choose your courses. Okay. Then the second is computational sensing area. Okay, and note that in the computational sensing area for the core courses, we also have advanced topics 579. Okay, so this is actually very important. This core course, this advanced topics courses are those courses with hot and new topics with the new research trends. And those courses can also be treated as your core courses. For example, we have cyber physical systems course, high performance computing course, cloud computing, okay, computing principles for mobile embedded systems. Okay, and I'm teaching the course for mobile embedded systems. So I use my experience to tell you is that all the courses listed here, including hardware and system security, embedded systems 3, and machine learning systems, okay, introduction to deep learning, all of this are hot topics. Okay, so in addition to the traditional core courses here, you see that we have like convex optimization, digital signals and filters, optimal signal processing. All of those are the traditional core courses. We also can choose, okay, from the advanced topics as your core courses, because those courses reflect the new trends. And eventually, we will make all of this as the regular core courses. Okay, and also I listed the sample here, the sample courses here. Okay, and the third area is the computer engineering area. So in the computer engineering area, you see that we have many professors being listed here, listed by their, I think it's not consistent. At the beginning, we only list them as the last name, and then now we list them as full name. I think they should all be listed as full names. Okay, so in the computer engineering, again, okay, you also have core courses, okay, and also, okay, we like you to take one course, from the, we want you to take one course, okay, from the following list, which are the computer engineering related specific area. Okay, so we can show you what are the sample of the 4 core courses. Okay, that is we listed here. Okay, and also the mathematics and statistics course. Then the 4th area is control systems course. Okay, so controls and systems. Okay, we also listed the core courses and the mathematics courses, and these are the possible core courses that you can take. I provide a sample for you for what are being offered in the fall semester and what are being offered in the spring semester. Then the 5th area is cybersecurity area. Okay, in the cybersecurity area, okay, you also can look at the sample. I show you what are being offered in the fall semester, okay, and what are going to be offered in the spring semester. Okay, and then the mathematics and the statistics courses. Okay, and then the digital signal processing area. Okay, digital signal processing area. So we're going to have this stochastic signals and systems are offered in 2020, and then you can have this digital signals in filters and detection and estimation theory in the spring semester. And usually for the statistics course, theory of statistics probability courses, they are being offered every semester almost. And the seventh area is networking area. Okay, and in the networking area, okay, I also provide, in addition to the core courses and the mathematics statistics courses, I also show you what are the sample courses. I have 4 core courses and also 1 math course. Okay, and then the last concentration is software engineering area. Okay. And the software engineering area that I also provide you the sample, okay, sample possibility that you can take. Okay, and then the last one should be the solid state electronics courses. Okay. Okay, and then you also have this courses that you can choose. Okay, that for the to fulfill the requirements of the solid state electronics. Okay, so these are the suggestions. Okay, for your first year study. Okay, you can choose to start from the core courses, but I usually recommend you to take 1 or 2 core courses per semester and choose some other courses, because if you take 3 courses 1 semester, okay, that could be a very heavy course load. Okay, so this is related to the course requirements. Okay, and I've seen some questions, so let me take a look at the chat right now. Pause a minute and let me see the. Okay, so some students asked, okay, is TAGA appointment? Okay, you register for 6 credits. Does it count for the 9 credits? It does not. Okay, count for the 9 credits. Okay, the TAGA appointment, when you get, I haven't get a chance to talk about that yet. So I will talk about the TAGA after the course selection. I'm going to talk about that. The TAGA courses, those are the when you every semester, if you are either a TA or a GA, you're going to register 6 credits. But those 6 credits are not counted as your 9 credits and neither counted as your 72 credits. Okay. And also, okay. You said 411 mathematical analysis is an undergrad course. I'm wondering if the course can be counted towards the degree academic. I think you sent me this email, right? I think you sent me this email that I'm under investigation of that. Okay, it's not in our list here, so I will get back to you. I received your email about that. But here, okay, if you choose the communications as your major, right? Communications as your major, like for the 411. I think it should be fine. Okay, I actually think it should be fine to be counted as your math course for the to fulfill the math requirement. Okay. Okay, and also some students asked, is it possible to take a course of CS department as alternative core course? For the core courses, okay, I usually do not, we cannot really swap with the CS department course, but you see that for the core courses, right, 4 core courses, it's 12 credits. So you need to fulfill 36 course requirement. So you still have 24 credits. That means 8 course credits that you can take from outside department, right? I also send out an email. I asked Christy to send out an email to you guys, and that not just apply to the existing students, but also to the new students. Is that like usually, okay, we send an email, okay, I just post this. Can you guys see the new file that I put there? That is the full 2020 semester classes of interest from other departments outside of ECE department. So in that file, okay, we show, okay, the other elective courses you can take from other department. Some of them are the graduate courses. Some of them are even, as we said, like 411, 481 are the undergraduate courses, but those they could be counted for the graduate credits. Okay. Okay. So I also would like to say that, okay, for our own department in the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, for example, if you choose your concentration, okay, but then you choose other courses, okay, not inside of a concentration, but you like to swap, or you want to petition, okay, to say that, okay, is that possible? I can take this as my core course for my concentration. If you give me a good reason of it, okay, I will be able to accommodate that. Okay, so usually, okay, if you took another course from our department, but it's not a core course in your concentration, okay, you can provide me the reason why you think, okay, it gives you the knowledge that can replace one of the core courses. Okay. Then, okay, I usually could approve it for you. Okay, and then I also like to say that, okay, we currently, okay, in our department, okay, we support, okay, TA and GA students. So we're going to go over that. And in our department, okay, we have about 250 to 350 students in the ECE graduate program. And among those, we have about 100 are PhD students. I think it's even beyond that. I think it's about 150 to 190 PhD students, and another 150 are the master students. And each year we graduate about 20 PhD students and 100 master students. Okay, and one important aspect I want to talk about for the PhD students is that, like I think 90% of you're either a teaching assistant or a research assistant. Okay, for your advisor, you're either a teaching assistant for the department or a research assistant for your advisor. So we support about 80 to 90 students along that role. Okay, so most of the students, okay, if you're in a good academic standing, you have that opportunity to be a TA or a GA. Okay, and also, okay, both TA and GA, okay, you have stipend for 10 months and total about 30K. And you also have this full health benefit, okay, just like faculty and staff. You also have this tuition remission. Okay. And for the TA-GA-ship, okay, usually your tuition remission covers 9 credits, up to 9 credits. And if you want it to cover more credits, okay, if you're a research assistant, you can talk to your advisor to see that whether he can use his grant to cover you for the more studying credits. So basically, the research assistantship comes from your advisor's research grants. Okay? And each student, if you're a TA or a GA, you need to register for 6 credits at each semester. Okay? And the TA and the GA credits, they count as workload credits. They're not study credits. They count as workload credits for the full-time status. Okay? And if for a student, okay, if you're on an international visa, you must take 9 credits of full course load each semester. Okay, so only when you have less than 9 credits left to complete your degree requirement, at that time, you can apply for reduced course load request, and I will approve it. You apply it to SGS, and I will approve it. Okay, so this is for the TA and the GA, and also like to say that we also have very few students, they can get fellowships. So the fellowships, is that they get a fellowship. Some students, they get fellowships from their home country. They bring the fellowship here when they do the PhD study. Okay, that is great. Okay, and also they can obtain fellowship here, and usually if we have any fellowship, availability, we broadcast to all the graduate students and to let you apply for it. Okay, and the fellowship is usually about also 10 months or 12 months payment, between 20K to 40K. And it also has some health benefits. Okay, and some of them, they can also have tuition remission. Okay, so some students ask about the course transfer, the credits transfer. Actually, I'm also going to talk about that. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. Okay, so for the TA and the GA, so basically, I want you to keep a good academic standing, and with that, you can continue to have TA or GA. And also, a lot of times, your advisor will ask you to do a split TA and a GA. That means you 1 semester, you'll be a TA, and the second semester, you'll be a GA, or vice versa. So this is also a good opportunity. I like to say that, the good part for the TA-ship is that although you need to spend some more time, to work with another professor to help, in the grading and to the proctored exam, and also even for teaching the labs. But TA-ship is very important. It gives you very good opportunity to interact with undergrad students, okay? And also to help you to improve your communication skills. Okay, so I think that's a very good opportunity, in addition to the GA-ship that you get. Okay, so let's talk about the transfer. Okay, some students are asking that, if they would like to change their concentration, that's also fine. Okay, so in your first year or even your second year, if you say that, I want to change from one concentration to another, that is also fine. Okay, that is also fine. You just talk to me, saying that, look, I chose 2 core courses in that concentration already, but now I decided to switch my concentration. In that case, your core courses could still be counted. Okay, so just let me know about that. You usually will grant that. Okay, and also I also have students, asking, is it how can, if they got a master's degree from another institute in US, and can they transfer the credits over? Yes, of course. You can transfer up to 24 credits, after you take 4 courses here. Does not have to be the core courses. Let me think. Actually, you need to take 4 core courses. Yeah, I think after you took 4 core courses here. Let me just check very quickly whether it is the 4 core courses or just the 4 courses. Just give me 1 second. So I think it should be the case is that after you take 4 core courses, okay, then you can do the transfer. Okay, you do the transfer. You can transfer up to 24 credits from your master's degree to a PhD degree, and this applies to all the master degrees, not just for the institutions in US, also for the institutions outside of US. Okay, we can do the course transfer up to 24 credits. Okay, and it does not have to be the core courses. I checked again. Just if you after you've taken 4 courses in the PhD program, you'll be able to work on the transfer of your master's degree. Okay. And I see the students say that, and will the course transferred here count for the core course requirement for QE, for the qualified exam? No, you cannot. Okay, for the transferred courses, it cannot be counted as core courses for the qualified exams. So the qualified exams, the first part of the qualified exam, the 4 core courses have to be taken in the ECE department here at Rutgers University. Okay, so this is about course transfer. And then I also want to take a few minutes, okay, to talk about the CPT and OPT opportunity. So let's go to page 30. Okay, then we go back for the dissertation requirement. Okay, let's go to page 30. I like to say that usually you have the opportunity, okay, for practical training. Okay, practical training, it is an option, okay, that for students, you can look for internship opportunities outside of the campus. So for any job you got on campus, TA, GA, grader, or you work in the library, you work in the gym, hourly paid, okay, those hourly paid jobs, those are not, you do not need to apply for the practical training. Only for the jobs that are outside of university, whether it is related to your research or not, you need to apply for practical training. And of course, we would like you to find the job that is related to your research work. Okay, so you can apply, okay, during the regular semesters. If you want to go out to do a CPT, okay, it has to be a part-time CPT. And if you're on an international visa, you still need to maintain the 9 course credits. If during the summertime, you can apply for a full-time CPT. That indicates that you do not have to register for any courses, that you can work 40 hours. While during the regular semesters, because you need to maintain your international visa status, you need to register for the 9 credit courses, or 9 credits could be the research credits or the independent special problem study credits. But you can only apply for part-time CPT. That indicates that you can only work for 20 hours outside of campus during the regular semester to maintain your visa status. Okay, I see another student is asking, is that if I register for a 6 credit TA appointment and 2 courses, it means that I cannot maintain a full-time student status. Right, this is not a full-time student status. Full-time student status is that means you need 9 credit course load. Okay, this 9 credit course load could be the courses that we talked about, or it could be special problem course. Okay, so some student, in addition to do research, they also can work on some special topics, like for one research problem on a semester. So you can also register for special problems course with your advisor. Okay, it is usually counted for 3 credits. Okay, many master students are doing that because if they do not choose master thesis option, they can register for special problems course, okay, to still do some research work in the lab. Okay, so this is about practical training. Okay, and then, okay, I want to go back, talk about, we'll talk about transfer. I want to talk about the other 2, about the dissertation requirements for the PhD students. Okay, so for PhD students, first, within the first 2 years, I hope you can fulfill the course requirements for the core courses and also start doing 1 research paper. Now after that, you're going to pass your qualifying exam. Okay, so if your qualifying exam, if you have passed, then you can more focus doing your research work, Okay, and for this part, what you're going to do is that you work very closely with your advisor and the students in his lab. And usually in your lab, you have PhD students, master students, and also undergrad students. You work together. And usually, before 1 year or 1.5 years before your final PhD defense on your dissertation, we need to perform this PhD proposal presentation. The PhD proposal presentation, it is usually the time that you form your dissertation committee members. So this will be your advisor plus 3 other committee members. Okay, and these 3 other committee members are usually 2 of them from ECE Department and 1 from outside of ECE Department. They can be in another department of Rutgers or faculties from other universities or researchers from industry. So you usually have 4 members in your PhD dissertation committee, and when you do the PhD proposal presentation, you form that committee. So this committee actually is very serious. They look at what you have done. And what you're going to do is that you're going to provide an oral examination. So you're going to do a presentation, 1-hour presentation. That presentation consists of almost all the research work you have done so far. For example, could be in the past 4 years or in the past 3 years. And that could be a group of multiple papers. And you need to apply for that. Usually I would like you apply for that at least 3 weeks before the examination, so that we can schedule that for you. And also you need to provide a copy of your thesis proposal. So that one is already a draft of your dissertation. I think some students ask another question. Let me see. Just stop a minute about the TA and the GA. Let me see what was the question. The student said that I'm really confused. I thought if we have a TA-GA appointment on top of the credits we have for courses, we need to have a 9 in total to count as full-time. TA and GA does not count. Again, I will say that TA and GA does not count for your full-time status. You have to have 9 credits of coursework as to maintain your full-time status. These 9 credits could be regular lecture courses or special problem courses. I hope I make that clear. Another question is that are all incoming PhD students assigned advisors? If not, how are advisors assigned for the doctoral programs? Okay, so I also mentioned that, okay, usually, okay, when the PhD students, they got admitted, they have already contacted some faculties here. So about 90 or 95% of students, when they come here, they have already have an advisor they want to work with. Okay, but we still have like 10% of PhD students, they haven't decided who they're going to work with. So they come in, they take courses, they talk to the faculties here in our department, okay, and after the mutual agreement, and some faculties may even take you into their lab to evaluate for 1 semester, then you're going to decide whether you want to choose that faculty as the advisor, or that faculty said that, okay, you pass my evaluation and you can be, I want to take you as my PhD student. Okay, so there's no process to be followed. So basically it is, if you do not have advisor yet, you come in and you try to choose advisor. Okay, and the advisor would also evaluate you and tell you whether he or she will going to take you or not. Okay, sure, no problem. Okay, so let me go back for the PhD proposal presentation. So, so for the PhD proposal presentation, the purpose is that to make sure that you're on the right track and you've completed, for example, majority part of your research work. So mostly at this time, you should have already completed 3/4, okay, or 4/5 part of your PhD study. And then you're going to have 1 year or 1.5 years, okay, to prepare for final PhD defense, to work on your dissertation and wrap up your research projects, send out a couple of final papers to submit to journals or conferences. Okay, so when the time comes, okay, for the PhD, defense dissertation, okay, so basically you need to have the dissertation ready, okay, and you have your committee ready, and basically usually it is, if on the normal cases it is the same committee, okay, you have in the PhD proposal, okay, and also you need to do the preparation, okay. Usually we ask the student to send their dissertation draft to all the committee members 4 weeks, okay, before the defense examination, okay. And you're also going to, on the defense day, you're also going to do an oral presentation, okay. It can take for 1 hour for the presentation, and then following that, the advisor and committee members, you're going to ask questions. And if you pass all the questions, okay, the committee members will sign your students' PhD candidacy form, okay, and also approve the title page of your thesis. And sometimes we ask the student to do some minor revision of their dissertations. So like after a month or so, we give them a grace period. After a month or so, the PhD student complete the revision, okay, and then we do the final approval. And in the graduate student handbook, okay, we have detailed checklist, okay, for a PhD degree. So you can go over that, okay, when the time comes. Okay, and also we have this scholastic standing. Okay, we like the both PhD students and master students to maintain. Okay, especially here, okay, for the PhD students, okay, we need the students to maintain a GPA of 3.5 or higher to continue his PhD study. Okay. Okay. So okay, so I think I'm pretty much done. Okay, I'm pretty much done with the presentation. Okay, and so I'd be happy to take questions. So the student asked, is there any requirement about how many or which conference papers or journals should we publish before attending the defense? Okay, So there's no hard requirement on that. Actually, it is under the discretion of each advisor. Because different concentrations, they have different criteria, and also different advisors, they also have different criteria. So usually the students need to communicate with the advisor and to get understanding of how many papers needs to be published before they can graduate. Okay, and for some majors, it's very hard to publish papers. So sometimes 4 or 5 papers are sufficient. And for some majors, they're relatively easier to publish. So the advisors may require them to publish 8 or 9 papers before their graduation. So it's really depending on the major. Okay, and also the advisors. Okay, and because some advisors, they are more productive than the others, so they also require their students to publish more papers. Okay, do we have any questions? Any more questions? Yeah, and as I mentioned that, okay, so this is not, okay. So if you take 2 courses, your credits will be 6. Yeah, so this is how the if you take 2 courses, your credits will just be 6. You cannot sum up to 9 credits. Okay, but as I said, these 2 courses could be the regular lecture courses, or you can add 1 more course as a special course, a special problem course. Okay, working together with your advisor on that. That could give you 3 courses. But in order to get 9 credits, you have to have 3 courses. The credits are based on courses. Yeah, the GA and the TA credits, they are workload credits. They are not counted towards your degree. Okay, yeah, so if you have any doubts, okay, after this and during your course of study, or during any time that you encounter problems to maintain your status, or during the time that to look into, okay, what is the CPT options, the internship opportunities, and any other problems you encounter for your course selection. Okay, feel free to email me. Okay, usually you can come to my office to discuss with me, but now because of this unusual situation, we all work remotely, so you can always send me emails, and I'll respond to you, and as soon as possible. Usually the case. And also for certain questions, you can also direct to Christy, and Christy is very, very helpful in your course of study. You will find out she's very efficient and very reliable as well. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't have any more questions, okay, welcome to the program, and I wish you a success for the PhD study. And I also hope our situation will get better after the semester. I hope we can all go back to the campus, resume regular study, and also you can conduct research in a normal way instead of in a remote manner. So in that sense, that everything could go back to normal. But just be sure that we are here, okay, to help you, to help everyone, and to have a smooth PhD study here in our department. So we're trying our best to help you and to wish you have a smooth study here. So if you encounter any problems, any questions, don't hesitate. Okay, you can always reach us, and we'll be happy, okay, to work with you. Okay, thank you so much. And if you need anything from me and from Christy, and please let me know. And also we have Arletta And John, okay, Aletta, and our department secretary, she's very helpful. And John is doing a lot of work for our IT infrastructure in the department. They are all very helpful to us. And you can find their information in the webpage. And usually, okay, you can just go to their office, which is in the first floor of EE building. But now, because of this, we switch everything to the to remote. But they are still all here, okay, to help you. Okay, have a good night, and we should have a successful semester. Okay, bye.